Bang, bang. What's up, guys? While Wall Street's trying to get rich, the rest of us just trying to get our lunch money right. It's lunch money time. I'm here with the beautiful and intelligent Polina Marinova. She is armed and dangerous today. She's got the guns out. Look at her ready to go. What's up?
I'm ready to go.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you going to give us a little flex?
Absolutely not.
Oh, all right. What's going on with Jamie Dimon?
Jamie Dimon says coronavirus crisis is a wake-up call for a more inclusive economy. What does that mean? I know you wrote about it in this morning's Pomp newsletter thing because I read it.
Oh, you read? Oh, nice. You're reading the internet. There we go. We got a genius. She reads the internet.
So what is Jamie Dimon?
He wrote like a little memo, sent it out, and basically he said, look, coronavirus is bad. We're doing everything we can to help our employees, our community, our customers. And at the end, he put 3 paragraphs about trying to rebuild the economy in a more inclusive and equitable way. Look, it's a great intention. I have no doubt that he's actually means it. He hopes that we could do that. It's easy to do that, say that when you've got hundreds of millions of dollars, if not billions of dollars, and you run a multinational global behemoth in the finance industry. But I do believe that these guys generally do want to see wealth inequality go away and stuff like that. The question is, how do you do it? If you were him, what would you do?
With the billions of dollars that I have?
No, how would you create a more equitable society?
Oh, well, so I think what Goldman Sachs, they have the 10,000 women initiative, I think, and they basically give money to entrepreneurs across the world. I think I would do something like that. If I had the money, I would create a program to encourage entrepreneurship because that's the best way to help people become wealthy.
So I actually agree with you that, yes, encouraging people to become entrepreneurs and build things in own equity is the best way to get people out of poverty and build wealth. But I do not believe that just giving them the money to do it is necessarily the best way. I think one, you have to educate them on money, economics, personal finance, all that kind of stuff.
It's like education, access to capital, and then wealth.
All right. I'm on board for that. The other thing that you could do is you could get rid of inflation by moving to a deflationary asset as global reserve currency, and then you wouldn't have all of the issues. I wrote about it today. I don't feel like going over it again, but basically that is the way that you can drive equitable societies. All right, what's going on with the media layoffs?
Man, it's not looking good.
You got the AC on in here? Are you chill? Are you freezing us out?
You turned it on.
I like it cold. Sorry. You know why, right? I'm too hot to handle, so I got to keep it cold up in this place. Little bear mode, little hibernation mode.
You're too hot with those
yeah.
wings.
All right, what's going on with media layoffs?
It's not looking good in the legacy media world. There have been more than 20.5 million jobs that have been lost, not just in media across the board, but media has been hit hard because it's a largely, it's an advertising-based business. A lot of them are. So Condé Nast laid off 100 people and furloughed another 100. BuzzFeed furloughed 20 people. Quartz, 80 layoffs. Vice, 155 layoffs. The Economist, 90 layoffs. I think this will only continue.
You know who's not suffering in the media world? The things that people want to read and watch. Because most of these media companies actually were not creating things of value. They were simply creating things that were nice to haves, not need to haves. If you look, there's media companies actually that are doing better than they've ever done before. Most of the mainstream media, the television, the ratings, all this stuff, they're doing better than they've ever done before. And it's because they do, whether you agree with the accuracy of what they say, they provide something that is a need to have, right? Around the news and things like that, not a want to have. And it's not as commoditized as, say, some of the other coverage.
So I agree that I think the commoditized type news is probably going to suffer the most. I think the people who provide value and that have gained trust with the readers will continue to grow, which is why Substack is such a cool place because it allows for individual writers to make a living through a subscription model. So the subscribers are paying the writer directly, not going through the advertising model.
Well, it's exactly what people want anyways. I just want to read that person. I want to read all of your people. I just want to read that one person. So why not just give them the money rather than give it to everybody else?
Right. And this way you know that your money's going directly to the person that you trust.
We'll talk about it later when we talk about Barstool. But the other thing that the media companies that are doing well understand is that it's entertainment. It's not only information accuracy and news. But we'll talk about that later.
But you need the information accuracy in news.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. If this whole show was fake news, people wouldn't watch.
Yes, they would.
No, they wouldn't.
It's called wrestling. You ever seen WWE? It's literally a fake sport. It's scripted. It's hard. It's physically taxing on the people who do it, but it's scripted.
This is the biggest thing we disagree on. Okay.
It's a multi-billion-dollar company. It's bigger than some sports leagues. Just saying. All right, esports jobs. Esports jobs. What's going on with esports?
On the opposite side of layoffs, the job market in esports is booming. The six-figure salary job market is booming in esports.
How does it feel to be so unathletic that you're not even considered an esport athlete? You're not even good at video games. Yeah, you.
What about you?
Guys, there was a crime scene last night. I smoked her in chess and backgammon, and then literally she just started complaining. It was a massacre. I felt bad. I thought that I might have to call the police and put up the crime tape because it literally was disgraceful. I beat her so bad in chess, I didn't move half the pieces on the board. I didn't even touch my own pieces. I just systematically doop, 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 doop.
I'm gonna record it next time because this is all fake news.
Did you lose at chess?
This is wrestling.
Did you lose at chess?
Fake wrestling.
Did you lose at chess?
Yes, I did.
Did you lose at backgammon?
Yeah.
I won at the game of skill and the game of luck.
Okay, can you
all right, what's going on with esports?
Esports is doing really well in this job market. So if you are playing video games, it's great.
If you were a kid and you said, hey, I don't think that I can be athletic enough to go play professional sports, which 99.9% of kids cannot do, right? That's why they're professional sports. Do you think it's a viable path now for kids to go and try to become professional esports players?
Yes, I do. And I think I interviewed this VC who invests in esports companies, and he said that in the future, it's not going to be like, I want to be like Tom Brady. It's going to be like, I want to be like Ninja, who I've been told is a big esports e-gamer.
Oh yeah, with the hair.
But I don't even think that it's only for kids who are not athletic. I think it's also for kids who maybe have a physical disability, and this opens up a whole new world for them.
Well, it's for every kid. I mean, obviously those kids obviously have issues with playing traditional sports. So this is a great outlet, but every kid, whether you're physically disabled, not, you're athletic, you're not, whatever, you can play esports.
I just think it's more inclusive.
I was disgusting at Madden back in the day. It's a football game. Don't worry. But my big question is, you know, that like helicopter parents where like they go to the sporting event and they're standing there next to Johnny and they're like, Johnny, hit the home run. You know, they're screaming and yelling. And then sometimes you see the viral videos where like the dads at the ballpark, like getting a fight with each other at the Little League baseball game. Is that what goes on in the esports, but they're just not together? So like some kid's there, he's punching all the buttons and the dad's like, Johnny, go faster.
Probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's millions of dollars on the line though. Pretty interesting. All right,
Why
TikTok.
Are you so hyped today? I can't deal with this.
I'm ready for the people. I'm ready for the people. Let's go. TikTok.
Grande, whatever, Starbucks.
I drank coffee like 6 hours ago. You know why? Because I woke up early and I was ready to go work out, and Polina stayed and slept and didn't let me go until she woke up.
That is false. We woke up.
We're going to change this show to Lunch Money Confessions. Go ahead.
We woke up at 7 and went on a run. Is that not accurate?
We went running at 7:45. I don't know where you were for the 45 minutes.
Okay.
All right. TikTok CEO. What's going on? She's pinching me again. Assault. TikTok CEO. Don't just because you all of a sudden show up with your guns out. Now you start weaponizing.
Okay. So Kevin Mayer, who is the head of the Walt Disney Company's direct-to-consumer international business, is leaving to become CEO of TikTok, as well as COO of the parent company of TikTok, which is ByteDance.
Good move, bad move?
I think it's an interesting move because I think that this means that, well, first of all, I think Kevin Mayer, I read somewhere that basically he left because he was passed over for CEO at Walt Disney. This might be fake news, but look it up yourselves.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
But anyway, so I think it's interesting for TikTok, though, because they're getting the super talented guy who is at Disney, knows all the secrets to building a media business. Do you think TikTok will pivot more in the direction of less of a social network, more as a media company?
Hot take incoming. Sit down, put your seatbelts on, hot take. This is what happens when you pass over talent. There's only one person who could become the new CEO. Obviously, Bob C got it.
Bob C.
Bob Iger did not. He stepped into executive chairman, if you remember. Then he kind of hostile took back over leadership. Kevin Mayer got passed over, so he bounces. He becomes the TikTok CEO. There's one of two worlds that happens here. This is either an absolute genius move by him and TikTok, and it works wonderfully, and they continue this meteoric rise, or my hot take, there's a higher probability than not that this is a horrible hire, because Mayer is very talented, but he's very talented. His skill set and experience is very, very different than the user-generated content of a social platform.
But he's the one who also led the Disney Plus launch, and
completely different mechanism.
But I also read that TikTok will be moving away from user-generated content. It'll still have that, but it's going to launch like reality.
Yeah, it's basically gonna try to be the Quibi. It's gonna try to be the Disney Plus, whatever. So like, again, if that's really where they're going, this is a fantastic hire.
Didn't you say on this show that TikTok has a better chance of launching short form video content than Quibi does of doing it?
I mean, you're acting like I'm Nostradamus. Like, it wasn't that hard to see that. They have short form video that's user generated. Now all of a sudden they just go and say, hey, Kevin Hart or The Rock or some other celebrity, why don't you do the videos? We'll script them and then we'll put them on the same platform. Like, that's not rocket science. I'm not going to Mars.
I was trying to go to sleep last night like a good human so I could be prepared for the 7 a.m. Run. And he was like, pull up TikTok. We got to see some TikTok.
I was charging my watch. I couldn't go to sleep without my watch. And then I actually fell asleep without my watch. All right, Barstool. Let's talk about some Barstool. I'm ready to talk about this.
So, wow, sorry.
Guys. Oh, she opened the article and there's music. Can we just play the music and dance while we talk? All right, go ahead.
You were too hyped for me today. I can't handle you.
I might be like this every day. Leave a comment if you want me to be like this every day. Go ahead.
Or leave a comment if you don't want him to be like this every day. Barstool. I don't know anything about Barstool. I gotta say, Dave Portnoy used to annoy the crap out of me. He's grown on me a little bit.
You're such a liar. You don't know anything about Barstool?
Well, from you, I don't listen to it. I don't read it.
Yeah, but you know everything about them.
I don't look at hot girls. What?
That was bait for all of you men out there. That was bait. I didn't take it. I sidestepped it. Did you see that? That's an expert move. Been living with her for a long time. Whoop! Not taking the bait.
Good job.
So long story short is Barstool Sports, for those that don't know, is a media company. They basically own the internet. They are all over social media. They've got podcasts. They've got newsletter, or they've got websites. They do all kinds of stuff. It is a very fanatical, young, very, very engaged audience.
Usually, typically, skews male,
of course. They have been at this for a very long time. Dave Portnoy is the founder. He hired two girls to come to Barstool Sports and start a podcast, Call Her Daddy. That podcast became the #1 female podcast in the world. The reason is it's two girls who are young, probably in their, I think they're like mid-20s, and they talk about sex. And of course, that gets downloads. You talk about taboo stuff on the internet, everyone wants to pay attention. So it's the #1 podcast for females in the world. They make Barstool Sports makes $100,000 per episode on average. And these two girls got paid $500,000, give or take, each last year. There's a contract dispute. They want more money. They feel like they're not being compensated. IP. They want the IP. They want all this nonsense. The best part about the whole thing is that one of the girls went and got a boyfriend. Boyfriends ruin everything. Every guy and girl knows that. Yeah, but I'm fiance. Once you get to fiance, then it's like you're cool. When you're on the boyfriend side, you ruin shit.
What did you ruin in my life?
You're still here. So when got a boyfriend, that boyfriend works at HBO Sports
which
as an executive.
You could argue is a little bit competitive with Barstool.
Forget competitive. They did a hit piece on Barstool Sports recently. And so this guy then basically went and he shopped this podcast, even though they were still under contract, got another deal. It's this huge drama. The most important part of it, though, is that Barstool, the way they handle these kind of crisis is most people would do one of two things. They would either everyone be quiet and no one say anything, right, and let all the rumors float out there. Or two is they would go to like a crisis communications firm. They would get some message drafted and be like, we regret that this happened and we promise to do better, and have this big corporate message. What they did is Dave Portnoy literally recorded a podcast and released it on the podcast feed for Call Her Daddy. And he titled it Daddy Speaks. And he literally for 30 minutes sits there and just explains with full transparency. this is what happened. This is what we paid them. Here's how the contract negotiation went. Here's why I thought it was a good deal. I can't believe they're not taking it, blah, 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 whatever. And what ends up happening is now Barstool walks away from this looking amazing. They look like great people.
So I will say, as someone who spent the majority of my professional career in media, this is an expert move. I mean, this thing will be studied for years. It's incredible how he got ahead of the narrative, because likely this girl's boyfriend was going to sue Barstool for all sorts of stuff.
No, I don't think that he was going to sue. I think that there was going to be people who sued for sure.
There would be lawsuits against Barstool. And so by getting ahead of the story, you saw the narrative kind of evolve on social media. I went on Twitter and looked at some of the fans on Call Her Daddy, and they were like,
Daddy Gang. That's what they're called, the Daddy Gang.
Ridiculous name. But they were like, you can tell that they were very devoted to these two women who hosted the podcast. But after listening to Portnoy explain, like, oh, and by the way, they each got paid $500,000 or $500,000 each. But while on the podcast, they were pretending they don't make any money and they were poor.
Yeah, their whole shtick was we're young girls in New York City. We don't get paid a lot of money, but we go out and party and like, woe is us. Let's talk about sex.
As a wise philosopher once said, the coronavirus is exposing the shams in society.
Hey, might as well just start calling me Nostradamus right now. You know what else this is? They got money, they got paid. Get money, get paid. Those girls got paid. They got $500,000 each.
Well, but now, so the drama is one girl wants to take the deal with Barstool and continue getting paid $500,000.
Guaranteed $500,000, the new contract plus upside. But my favorite part of the entire thing is Dave Portnoy. He ain't ever seen a crisis he don't like. He's never seen a controversy that he would avoid. So instead, he comes out and he immediately starts to call the boyfriend Suit Man. He literally is just like, and Suit Man did this, and Suit Man did that.
No, but I think
within minutes of this going live, they had a merchandise store open on their website, and you could buy sweatshirts and T-shirts and all kinds of gear that says "Cancel Suit Man." And I guarantee they're selling tens of thousands of dollars, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars of that.
Can you imagine being Suit Man though? It really sucks for you.
No, what are you talking about?
Nothing has been proven.
If half of what they're saying he did is true, I don't feel bad for that guy at all. He's getting memed to death on the internet by the Barstool fans because it's a scumbag move. If what they say he did, if he actually said, I'm going to try to hurt Barstool by taking one of their media properties, I'm going to go sell it to somebody else, even while they're under contract, and then try to help my girlfriend and her friend sue or get out of that contract, that's a scumbag move. Just honor your contract.
So what would you do if I was in that girl's position and you were getting like cancel T-shirt man?
Oh, immediately. First of all, me and Dave are probably somewhat similar in that we like controversy. So the first thing I would do was I would immediately release a diss track. I'd go right at him. And then two is I would release gear.
You would release a diss track?
Of course. Like you're laughing already. You're like immediately. That's the best thing that guy can do because he's got the thing of like he's Suit Man. If he plays into it, he'll create like the WWE type like showdown. And in some weird way, he actually could create a situation where Barstool will then hire him and be the nemesis in the program.
That would be ideal in an ideal Barstool world.
Hey, Peter Nelson, if you need ideas, call me. I'll be your agent. I'll be your consigliere. Isn't that what it's called?
Not really.
Yeah. I'll be your brain for you.
Based on what I've seen, though, on the internet, I don't think Peter or Suit Man is I think he's too serious to do something.
Hey, diss track is the best way, baby. All right, Dinosaur Selfie. What? Dinosaur Selfies? What's going on here?
So, okay.
Well, hold on. Let me take a picture with this dinosaur. All right.
Leave in the comments.
We might not have an episode tomorrow.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Cancel T-shirt man. So Dinosaur Selfies. Oh my God, what did you have this morning?
Cancel T-shirt man's low-key pretty good. What's going on with the dinosaurs? I
can't deal with you today. Dinosaurs. This man broke into the Australia's oldest museum. And he was caught on the security cameras for 40 minutes. He was in this museum walking around and taking selfies with the dinosaurs.
This guy's a hero. He didn't break in. He was trying to set the dinosaurs free. He wasn't there taking pictures. He was documenting the fact that they have dinosaurs in captivity, and he was trying to release them.
And he's wearing a button-down shirt and some khaki pants. It says he's an international student. What do you want to bet he's international from the United States?
Who cares? It's because Americans want freedom. He's trying to break the dinosaur bones out of captivity.
American tourists ruin everything.
You don't even know if they're American. This is fake news. Fake news. Fake news.
I'm gonna find out, and I'm
all right. You let us know.
You t-shirt man. Okay.
T-shirt man. We're not gonna start that. That's not gonna be a thing. We're gonna cancel those guns. Come on, give us one flex real quick.
Tune in.
You've been working out. Give us a flex real quick.
Tune in tomorrow for the diss track of me dissing him.
All right, guys, that's it today for Lunch Money. While Wall Street's trying to get rich, the rest of us are trying to get our lunch money right. Like the video so that more people can see it. Subscribe to the channel. I know some of you guys are watching this video and you're not subscribed. Go subscribe before I figure out who you are.
Please don't like this video because I don't want people watching this nonsense today.
All right. We're going to have a conversation after this. And leave a comment. We'll do our best to respond. We will talk to you guys tomorrow.